1722. Later on in 1836, this is a spot where Santa Ana had his cannon line set up facing the Alamo during the Alamo siege. Lavita is a historic district. It is open to the public. Today it's a bunch of shops, restaurants, and art galleries, folks. So Lavita, the first village, dates back to 1722, folks. 1722. All right, this part of the river we're going to go through right here, this is the Outdoor Artisan River Theater. Hertzberg Circus Collection. As of 2013, that's the Briscoe Western Art Museum. You find anywhere from a restored stagecoach wagon to Santa Ana's ceremonial sword to Pancho Villa's last known saddle, folks. Right there on the right, this is the Briscoe, folks, the Briscoe Western Art Museum. All right, as we go further down here, we are going to go under a low bridge, so please watch your heads. These bridges that cross the river. And these bridges were built in Berlin, folks. Berlin, Connecticut. Berlin, Connecticut, right here. Old school style, nothing but nuts and bolts. All the way from Berlin, Connecticut, right here. Watch your head. And as we pass up the bridge, take a look to the right, and you're going to see a small island right there in front of the boat. That's Marriage Island. There's over 300 ceremonies that take place here on this island every year. And you're going to notice there's a sculpture on the island. The sculpture is dedicated to Father Damien Massenet. Father Damien Massenet held the first Catholic Mass here on this island back in 1691. They say getting married on this island brings good luck and good fortune. I should know, I've been married here 3 times. 3.5 times. No, I did not. But the hotel there on the right, that's the Westin Hotel. Built there back in 1999. They're known because they have furnishings and artifacts from a 17th century European castle, guys, here on the right side. This is also where the NBA players come and stay when they come into town. Play the Spurs right here at Westin. All right, take a look over here to the left. Look up in the sky. It's a little dark right now, but that's the iconic Tower Light building. Built back in 1929, this used to be known as the Smith & Young Tower. Smith & Young were very superstitious. If you look all the way up to the top, you'll see gargoyles hanging off the sides up there. They thought that by putting up the gargoyles, it might scare away the bad business and evil spirits. Bad thing is that they built this building in 1929. That's when the Great Depression hit. Built it for $3 million, forced to sell it for $300,000. Took a really big loss. Take a look here to the left underneath the first set of windows right there. Those are all ugly faces right there. They call them grotesque. Those were also put here due to superstition, folks, here on the left. Another cool thing about this building, in 1941, Dwight Eisenhower had an office here on the 7th floor when you had a leadership role in the Army in those days. Today this building is empty. They're going to make this into apartments, guys. These will become apartments here at the Tower Life. You can see the faces a little bit better right here on the left. Underneath that set of windows right there. It was ugly, big, grotesque. Here. What was that? Just kidding. Take a look right there in front, guys. That red building there, that's our Bexar County Courthouse, built back in 1892. That's one of the oldest and largest courthouses still in use in the United States, folks, right there in front. Our Bexar County Courthouse. All right, folks, I'm going to honk that horn again, so get ready, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. As we get up here to this bridge and take a right, we're going to leave the natural bend of the river. We're going to enter our man-made flood control channel, deepest part. Ranges anywhere from 15 to 20 feet deep here. Back here on the right, left, before where I'm at back here, that's one of our floodgates here. If we ever have a flood, what we do, we raise that gate there, we lower the one down the river. Any excess water from that downtown part of the river comes into this flood control channel. We then lower the dam, which is located behind me. It's about a 15, 20-foot drop. They get engaged, they buy a lock, they lock the lock, they throw the key into the river. They seal their love forever, folks. So these are the love locks. They got them on both sides. They got them on that side and on this side also. One of the new things, one of the new trends is that I've been noticing, they got a bunch of combination locks up there, guys. So I don't know what that means. That's a new thing. I don't know what that's all about. But back in the old days, we got the key, we threw it in
Kasi
All right. Bunch of combinations. As soon as we pass up this bridge right here, look to the right, you're going to see another historic building. In 1929, the building coming up right here used to be the Alamo National Bank. In 2007, this building was bought by the Drury Plaza. They were able to construct this sidewalk, which connects that riverbed to this flood control channel. Also, this bridge here crosses over to the main plaza. They donated this to the city. Take a look over here to the left. It's really dark, guys, but behind all the trees back there, that's main plaza. You got the oldest church in Texas, San Fernando Cathedral, founded in 1731 by 16 families from the Canary Islands at the invitation of King Philip V from Spain. That is the oldest church in Texas. San Antonio is literally built around the church. If you go into the church, you can find the tomb of some of the heroes of the Alamo, including David Crockett, Jim Bowie, and Travis Holmes. So San Fernando, 1731, open to the public. Take a look right there in front of us to the right. You got one of the oldest and tallest trees on the river. That's a Ben Milam cypress. It's over 300 years old. Legend has it that back during the Alamo days, snipers would climb up that tree right there and shoot at Texans crossing the river right here. Ben Milam was one of the people shot here in this area back in 1835. So they dedicated the tree to Ben Milam. The Ben Milam cypress, over 300 years old. All right, right as we go right, we're going to leave the flood control channel into the natural bend of the river again. We're also going to go under another one of our floodgates right here. The only difference between this gate and the one we saw earlier, this one comes down into the river like a garage door. The one we saw earlier goes up out of the water. This one comes straight down, blocks the flood waters from coming into this downtown part of the river, keeping it safe from flooding. So this is our floodgate number 3 right here. We're back in the natural bend of the river, 3 to 5 feet. Mud bottom. Take a look in front of the boat to the right there on the right. And they happened to open up the day right after Prohibition, fully stocked and ready to go in 1933, folks. Right here on the right, the Esquire Tavern, the longest wooden bar over 100 feet. Before that was a bar, it was a barber shop. So you come out of that barber shop with a couple different kinds of buttons. Right? Speakeasy right there. Over here on the left, this is another historic building. In 1921, this used to be the CPS, the City Public Service. That's where we would go pay our electric bills. In the 90s, the building was bought by the Drury Inn. They remodeled the building but kept the exterior to its original 1920s appearance. As we pass up this bridge, look right there to the right, you'll see another one of our ticket locations. We do have 3 main locations. You guys got on at the Astoria. This is the Aztec location. Same company, same price. Another place you can come get a boat ride if you're down here by the Aztec, up here on the right side. Take a look here on the right on the 3rd level up there, you'll see a small statue up here. An Aztec warrior up here on the right side. This is the Aztec location. Hotel coming up here on the left, this is another historic building. 1853, this used to be a school for boys, a Catholic school. In the 60s, the school grew, they moved it west. A couple of the graduates bought that building, made it into the hotel you see there now. La Mansión del Rio, the mansion on the river, opened up in 1968 in time for that HemisFair. Folks, anyone ever seen the movie Selena? Selena, well, that bridge right there in front, that was in the movie Selena, starring Jennifer Lopez. 1997, during the holidays, put lights up and down these cypress trees, making it a nice spot to come take pictures here at the Selena. Anything for Selena's, right? As we pass up this bridge, look to the right, you got the Macaw Hotel. In 1901, this used to be the L. Frank Saddle Company. It was the largest saddle company in the world. They used to furnish saddles for the soldiers during World War I. Also famous actors and presidents would get their saddles there. The L. Frank Saddle Company dates back to 1901, folks. 1901. Teddy Roosevelt, the Rough Riders, and Pancho Villa got their saddles there at the L. Frank Saddlery. Teddy Roosevelt used to like to hang out by the Meager Hotel. Pretty haunted hotel. That's another thing. Alright, take a look in front of the boat here on the left. On the other side of that bridge, you see that tall building right there. It used to be the Nix Hospital. Built there back in 1930. That was the first hospital that size. to be fully air conditioned in the United States. Later on in 2019, they did close the hospital. They're going to make that into a hotel. The thing about that building is the way they designed the building. As soon as we pass up this bridge, look to the left, look at the edge of the building, look straight up, you're going to see an optical illusion. It's going to look like a freestanding wall, like a tall, skinny wall. Another cool photo op. As soon as we pass up this bridge, look to the left, look all the way up to the top. See what I'm talking about? It's pretty cool. All the way up.
Oh, yeah.
Another cool thing about this hospital, there were celebrities born here. Calvin Burnett was born here at the Knicks, along with Oliver North. Also Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and Furious. One of our mayors, Henry C. Snedlos, was born here at the Knicks. Here on the right, you got the Hard Rock. When they opened up this Hard Rock in the 90s, Selena performed here. On the other side of the street level, they do have a star dedicated to Selena, right on the right. Hard Rock, San Antonio, right?
Yeah, we were right outside. We saw it.
Take a look right there in front of the boat, folks. That's a Hyatt Hotel. Built there back in 1981. The thing about that hotel, they only allowed them to go a certain height. The reason for that is because the Alamo is on the other side of that hotel, and you cannot cast a shadow on the Alamo. And the Conservation Society stepped in, only allowed them to go 16 stories high. That's a Hyatt Regency Hotel. They call it the Paseo del Alamo, the path to the Alamo. When you go through the hotel, you go out the other side, you're right in front of Alamo Plaza. This is the closest we get to the Alamo from the Riverwalk, folks. Hyatt Hotel 1981, Paseo del Alamo, the path to the Alamo. All right, take a look over here on the right side, on the other side of that street bridge, you'll see the Casino Club building. Built there back in 1927. Think about that building, it was never a casino, but it used to be the offices in the Casino Association and the San Antonio Club. In the 70s, they remodeled the building and made the top part into apartments, and the bottom, a restaurant. Some of the famous people who have lived here at these apartments are Alex Haley. Alex Haley was the author of the book Roots, and also Tommy E. Jones. Right on the right, bottom level, you got the restaurant on top. Those are the apartments here on the right side. It's part of the river we're going to go through right here. We call this Restaurant Row. This is where you're going to find a lot of the restaurants. You got all kinds of food here. You got Chinese food, Mexican food, Italian food, Mexican food, Cajun food, Mexican food. A little bit of Tex-Mex. You got all kinds. There's all kinds of food.
That's cool.
We also got a CVS back here on the left. Over here on the right, there's a Five and Dime right there. There's also a Bluebell ice cream shop right here. Go get dessert right here on the right. Right by that chocolate factory right there. This part of the river right here is pretty safe too. It's only about 3 to 5 feet deep here. If you happen to drink a few too many margaritas and you fall in, don't panic. Stand up, walk out. Go get another one. Go get another one. Restaurant Row right here, 3 to 5 feet. Mud bottom, mud bottom. Take a look right here on the right. The building's in the corner right there. It's another historic building, 1891. That used to be the Riverside building, now known as the Clifford building. This building is also known because in 1941, this is where Robert Hutman, the architect of the Riverwalk, he moved his office right here. And he did it on purpose to show that the river was safe from flooding and to promote more businesses to move down here to the river. You take a look right here in front of the boat to the right, right by that bridge. Right by the steps right there, there's a small statue dedicated to Robert Hutman, the father of the river. That is office here in 1941, right here on the right side. There it is. One of the first businesses to move down here to the river is coming up right here on the right. Casa Rio, established 1946. This was the first Mexican restaurant on the river. Also the first restaurant to offer riverside dining, river boat ride, river boat dining. So right here on the right. Casa Rio, 1946. They used to use the gondola boats and the paddle boats back in those days. Take a look right there in front, folks. You'll see the Hilton Hotel. The Hilton Hotel's in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the fastest hotel ever built. Took them 202 working days to build it. Has about 500 rooms in it. The way they did it, they brought each room already furnished from about 8 miles south on a flatbed truck. Lifted them up with a giant crane, set them all into place. just the way it looks right there, just like Lego blocks. They can do 35 rooms a day. So they were 202 days. Made the Guinness Book of World Records. All right, here's we go left. We're leaving the natural bend of the river, the natural flow. We're getting into a man-made area here. This is all man-made. This area was made to go to and from the convention center during the HemisFair in 1968. Now also goes into the River Center Mall. That part of the river was built back in 1980. Part of the river we're in right here, this is all man-made, concrete bottom, 5 feet. What the natural river does, it does a horseshoe bend through downtown. That's the top of the bend right here. We're in the man-made area. We're gonna have to go up the river, come back down, go down the other side. So this is all man-made. A lot of the trees you're gonna see along the river here, they're not native to the river. A lot of these trees were brought here from the Lavita River in 1968 in order to beautify the river for the HemisFair. A lot of these trees are called fall cypress trees, because in the wintertime the leaves do turn brown. They do shed their leaves, so they're fall. As a matter of fact, 3 weeks ago, these trees were fall. That's how quick these leaves were back in. All right, take a look right here in front of the boat to the left along the wall. You'll see that colorful mural right there, butterfly wings. Pretty popular spot. People like to go there and take pictures. Change your social media profile right here on the left. It's also kind of cute when the kids take pictures there, because it's like they got really big ears, really dark. Those butterfly wings. This is a man-made area, folks. It's quickly becoming a real artsy part of the river. They got a bunch of murals and mosaics and sculptures. Some weekends and holidays they'll have pop-up markets where you can come walk around. They got local arts and crafts. Take a look up here on the right. You'll see this man-made waterfall. Pretty much made to rotate the water, but another popular spot. People like to come take pictures here. San Antonio, Niagara Falls right here. San Antonio Falls right there. Keep looking to the right, but look in between the trees up there in the sky. You'll see the tower up there, the Tower of the Americas, spans 750 feet high. Has an observation deck and a restaurant that revolves once every hour. That was the center point to the HemisFair of 1968. Used to be the tallest tower in the United States until it was beat by the stratosphere from Las Vegas. But it still is the tallest tower here in our city, folks. So the Tower of the Americas, you charge $19.50 if you want to go up to the observation deck, $200 if you want to come back down. Just kidding. $19.50 to go up, and I believe if you go up and eat at the restaurant up there, it's free to go up. Since you're going to go up and eat, you're going to go spend the big bucks. All right, take a look right there in front, guys. You got another view of that stargazer right there. Or not another, but the stargazer. It was commissioned from Mexico for our tricentennial. The stargazer is made out of volcanic rock, folks. And the stargazer is holding onto a star. That star is made out of marble. The stargazer is looking through that star, looking up into the sky, gazing, dreaming, and wondering, one of the Cowboys going to win another Super Bowl. Alright. The stargazer was commissioned from Mexico in 2018 for our tricentennial. San Antonio turned 300 in the year 2018. Well, guys, guess what? Right here, we're going to have to turn around and go back down the river. The reason for that, well, we got a stop sign right here, and it's a dead end. If you continue going that way, it does lead to the convention center, and there's a lagoon. But we'll have to so on the right, St. Joseph's. Still once a month, they do have a German mass. Our complaint and compliment department, folks. This is our Chamber of Commerce right here, guys. So, if you guys have compliments, my name is Pete. If you have complaints, my name is Juan. Here on the right, this is the Chamber. Chamber of Commerce. Keep looking in front of the boat there to the right. Up on the street level, you're going to see a red sculpture up there. That was also given to us from Mexico. It was done by an artist named Sebastian, Chihuahua, Mexico. Gave it to us in 2002. They call that the Torch of Friendship.
That big red thing? Yeah.
That red color, that's enchilada red. Enchilada, chili powder red. I'm getting hungry.